Hello, hi. This is my situation currently. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. So this is probably gonna be a long-winded, rambly video because the whole point of this is to like motivate me to clean up this desk. Now, I have no issues with the desk being messy, except that then I have no room to do anything that I want to do. So I'm just kind of like marking off where this frame ends. So like I'm not doing stuff off camera. But yeah, you're welcome to join along. You're welcome to play me. Ouch. In the background, I just stepped on stuff. So I come here periodically through the week, and I've been kind of like changing through some of my notebooks, so hence why this is such a like big horrible mess. So this is a Valentine's card that I had in one of my B5. I think it was in my Paper Republic, but I have reissued the Paper Republic, or rather, I have reassigned the Paper Republic for something else. So this will probably go in my A5 binder. I just have to put it somewhere where I won't forget about it. Then we have two new journals, planners, ringers, binders, whatever you call it, that I'm kind of working through. Scissor is always a necessity here. This giant thing is actually a fountain pen holder, and also it like will hold correspondence. It's supposed to be for like somebody that has like an executive type desk. I'll probably end up taking this to work because I don't have the room for it here, and it doesn't really serve a purpose because my fountain pens are never like out on display. One, because it's super dusty in this house, and two, because the sun messes with like bleaching and color discoloring here. So this will have to repurpose. I'm just gonna put it on the floor. Anything, so this is my system. Like anything that it needs to be removed from here and I don't have a home for, or like I'm not ready to just like physically grab it and go and walk there, I just put it on the floor. These were some things that I bought at Hobby Lobby because they had their these metal galleries 40% off. So I've been working on making a few more leather covers. You'll see the disaster that I did yesterday in a minute. But I thought these would be really cute together actually on one cover. And then this little magnifying glass is super cute. I don't know how practical this would be like on a cover. Perhaps a cover or something that is not going to be moved around a lot, because I feel like this isn't going to be very sturdy. I can see the glue from here that is gluing in this glass. This is actual glass. So maybe if it's like a book, I'm not going to be moving up and down from upstairs to downstairs or leaving the house with. Maybe I can get this on there. If not, I will find a use for this. So these are some things that I got from Hobby Lobby, and this was like 2 weeks ago. I just haven't, I haven't like just gone through everything yet. So this is this is actually going in my drawer because I know that a lot of my jewelry things are in this drawer right here. And I'm hoping you can hear me over all the bumping and whatever. And then this patch will live in here for now. I do have like a little one of these for just patches. So this is all my like colored pens and like extra pens that I just don't have a place for right now. They were like kind of scattered, and like over the course of a week I gathered them all together. So they live in here, and this is where they're gonna stay for now. And then this is gonna go into my, what is all this like pet hair on here? This is gonna go into my stationery cart as is. So I'm putting this to the side. Later on, we'll figure out logistics. So I was trying to make traveler's notebooks yesterday, and I messed up. I messed up. Um, and I'm so mad. So this was one piece of leather. Wait, like this. Yeah. This is like one piece of leather. And so I wanted to make a traveler size notebook, but I ended up messing up one because this is thick leather and I thought I could put it through my paper cutter instead of using my razor, which is what I usually use, like my box cutter. But as you can see, this is really thin, like way too thin to really make anything out of it except maybe hold one notebook. So that's a bummer. So now I have two of these. One is thinner than the other. Yeah. So I mean, it could hold like an A6 Slim, maybe. But I never use an A6 Slim, if I'm honest. So this is just scrap pile at this point. And I'll probably end up donating this. I'm not sure, honestly. I'm so mad at this. And then because I'm an idiot, I broke my paper cutter because it was trying to cut the leather, and now the blade is like on top of this metal. So now I need to figure out how to move it or how to get my husband to help me move it without further breaking this thing, because this thing was expensive and I've only ever had problems with it. So if you're gonna buy a professional paper cutter, I recommend just get a guillotine. I know it's big, but it will probably serve you better than one of these like Fiskar paper cutters. Hmm, pardon me. Needs to drink something here. 1 second. Move it to the side. This I just brought from downstairs. This is like my pouch of stickers that I use when I'm like doing my like notebook planner stuff downstairs in the living room. This is a really nice size bag and it's really sturdy. It's from the Hobby Lobby. And it fits a lot, like you can see. And this was, I want to say this was like $2, maybe $3. So highly recommend if you're someone like me that has multiple comfort piles and emotional support piles, and you just need to keep everything in one place and together. Like this could literally hold, I'm being obnoxious with the amount of stickers I have in here, but you could literally have like your journal in here with your pet. You could have like a whole journaling kit in here. Like it's pretty big. I don't have my, oh yeah, I do have my ruler. It's, I think it's like a 10-inch. Oh yeah, it's a 12. It's a 12-inch long by, and this is guesstimating because obviously it's got stuff in it, but it's like a 12 by almost 9, so it's pretty huge. So this is gonna go into my emotional support tote bag, which is the tote bag that I just carry around the house because I live in a 2-level house, and if you know, you know. Out of sight, out of mind. And so if I leave things upstairs, they'll never get used because I don't make it up here like, you know, multiple times a day. I'll get up here maybe once a day, maybe once every few days. So that's that. We're already looking so much better. A big portion of this mess, I can tell you right now, is this paper. So I, hold on, let me move all this. I get really sort of worked up when I cut nice paper down, and then I have like these little like scrappity scraps. Like this is Kikuyo paper. So it's really nice, and I don't want to just throw it out. So I think what I will do is hold on to it and repurpose it for my plotters, because I have a mini 6 and a mini 5. So I think I'll do that. And then this obviously it's just garbage. And I have my like trash bag right here to the side. So I'll save this for this. I brought this here because I was gonna cut into this one. Oh, and I did cut into this one. Here are the scraps for that. I cut into this one too, I believe. I may be wrong on that. And so then this is all Kikuyo paper, because I bought one of those composition size Kikuyos when I meant to buy the A5, because I have one of those notebook systems and I use those for work. But they brought me the wrong size. So, I mean, technically I could cut it down, but I hate cutting through the spine. It always gives me a problem. And then I had this. This is one of my creative journals. And I knew I know I've been done with this. Like, I don't even remember when I started this. And I messed it up because not everything's falling out, but whatever. We'll fix it. But the whole point of this, I'm getting a quick flip, is that I knew I was not going to use the rest of this paper. And so I made the executive decision to just cut out the extra papers and repurpose them into my binders. So I see, this is the thing. It's like, why would I save this? Because it's got holes, right? It's got holes and string and all this stuff. But part of me is like, oh, I could totally like rip this like this. And like, if I wanted to, when I'm doing art journaling, I could put it as one of my scrap papers. This is how my brain works. And hence why I have so many issues with like unable to throw things out. So I'm just gonna keep it. I have a little scrap paper shelf in one of my storage units, so I might just keep it there. But yeah, this I just will figure out a way. I probably will just tape everything in again. Because like, see, this part is taped together. So I would just need to tape this together, and then these are also kind of taped together. So I would just need to tape this. Why don't we just do that since I'm here? If I can find my tape, then that would make life a whole lot easier. I want to use my packing tape because it'll work better. And so what I'll do is I'll cut the rest of, I don't want to cut like where it's bound, but I want to cut this stuff out. And some of you might be like, why do you care? Like, do you keep it? I do keep all my creative journals. I reference them pretty often, and I'm feeling kind of uninspired or just depressed. So I do reference back to them pretty often. So it's important for me, or it's important to me, that I keep them pretty intact. And I can't say the same for like written stuff, you know, when I write like planning, or if I write like I have like 6 years worth of AM pages that I may look at it like every once in a while, but I don't know. I just feel like, okay, the point of writing it was to get it out of my brain. And I hate this tape. This tape is so, don't ever get this Amazon. I think I've said this before. Don't ever get this Amazon Basic. It's so bad. But anyway, I digress. What I was saying is that I don't remember what I was saying. This tape messed me up. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh my god. Oh, that I don't really read my journaling stuff. Shit. Sorry. I don't mean to curse, but it's pissing me off. I don't really look at my writing. Like my like day-to-day just like verbal mental diarrhea writing. I do reference back to like creative writing or anything like that. But as far as or commonplacing is another one that I will refer back to, obviously. But oh my god, this tape is just, I'm sorry you guys are having to watch me struggle with this crap. My actual like planning and stuff, I really should just like trash it. But part of me is like, oh, well, you know, it's part of your life. It's like kind of like memory keeping, you know, it's basically archiving, which I do. I feel like this will need a tape here. So yeah, I mean, tell me what you guys do. Do you guys save your stuff or do you like trash it? I know someone that used to like burn hers like as like a cathartic thing, as like, okay, I lived these moments. I'm releasing them, especially like with negative, you know, like negative moments. She would be totally about that like cathartic life and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just burn you now and say goodbye forever. And I was like, that is actually, see what I just did? Oh, fuck. But, sorry. I don't mean to curse, but it's pissing me off. This thing is pissing me off. Anyway, I messed it up, but whatever. The message is still there. So yeah, I was thinking about doing that, but I'm conflicted about releasing toxins or whatever into the air, but then I'm like, the world is burning and no one cares about anything anymore. But I would like to still care about things. I think I might put tape on all of it because yeah, I'm just gonna tape all of it. But anywho, I am rambling at this point. Now you guys know what goes through my head as I'm like doing all this crap. I'm just a mess. I'm just a mess. There we go. I do better when it's a smaller piece of tape. When it's a larger piece of tape, it gets a little hard to maneuver. Also, sometimes I just go quiet. So if I go quiet, I'm sorry. Okay, that looks good. And these art pieces don't really have any kind of like theme, I guess. I did these day to day based on all the crap that's happening. But little did I know that things are about to get much, much worse. Like, wait till you see my latest art journal, which I may just post on Substack. I don't think I will share that publicly because it's kind of dark and also it's very personal. Like this stuff, I don't care because it's, I mean, I have some direct messaging, but mostly it's very intuitive. And so it could mean whatever to anybody. Like it doesn't have a direct meaning that I want to bring across except to myself. So hence why I don't care if the public at large sees it. What else am I working on? I told you guys I have the Substack. Honestly, I have a paid section if you want to support, but so far I've been posting mostly free stuff. I think there's just one paid post on there, and it's like some stuff that I drew. There's not going to be any rhyme or reason to the Substack. It's really experimental in very much the same way all of my stuff is experimental. I notice when I try to stick to one thing, it only lasts as long as my hyperfixation. And then once that's done, like I never want to touch it again. And so that's what happens when I've done my planner Instagram and my journaling and my junk journaling. So I started with planner and I didn't, honestly, I deleted all my planner stuff on here because I was like, yeah, I'm into junk journals now. Like there's no point in keeping it. I really wish I had. It was mostly like happy planner stuff because that was my jam back in, what was that, 2014-ish? But then when I went to junk journals, like we went hardcore. And because of that, I was like, I don't need this planner stuff. It would have been nice though to have like a reference. And so I always like stuck to planners, but I just never really cared to post about it. At the time I was in it, it was really like oversaturated, and so there were so many people posting about planners, and I just didn't think like I had anything to contribute, honestly. Like everybody was doing stuff that was way more I don't know what the word is, but just better than me. I guess that's the word. They were better than me at it. Something that I would want to watch. Like I just didn't think I had anything to share. So then I went into junk journals. I'm telling you the lore of Zolly creating. So I started off way back when as Gypsy Rose Papery, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, you spelled gypsy wrong. Oh, you're not spelling it right. What's papery?" I guess at that time no one knew what papery was. I chose papery because one of my favorite stores by my old university was Kate's Papery, and it was like a really posh like paper goods store that all the rich people would go to get their stationery done, and like they had rows and rows, like kind of like the way you have rows of fabric, but they would have rolls of paper, and it would just be the most sublime paper with like gold foiling and embossing, and some of them were like cotton, some of them were vellum, like all these different papers that basically I didn't even know existed. So when I started my planner community thingy or my planner Instagram, it was like based off of that. Like I wanted to have that vibe. So I chose papery, and then I chose Gypsy Rose. Gypsy's for my grandma and Roses for my mom, who both have passed. So that's where the Gypsy Rose came from. And I was very much into woodland. So at the time, I think it's still on this channel. On the bottom right corner should be a little fairy sitting on a toadstool. That was like my little emblem, because I loved, and I still do, I still love everything woodland. So yeah, did I do this right? Yeah. It's like, wait a minute, it's backwards. It's not backwards, you're fine. Okay, this doesn't need any tape. The whole thing is taped down. Now I feel like this is naked. Shall we put some stickers on this just to like make it look somewhat not like this? Hold on, I got some scraps in here. Yeah, I can put this. I'm terrible at printing, cutting, etc. And so I have all these scraps of like misprints lying around, which sometimes I just recycle into art or collages. So you're gonna see me do that in real time. So the lore. We're back to the lore. So we were Gypsy Rose Papery, and that was that for a while, even when I went into junk journals, and I was like, it's perfect still because I'm still dealing in like paper. I'm still like living that paper life. And so I kept it. And then I noticed all these people using papery. I am not saying that that I was like, I own papery, but it kind of like low-key annoyed me because I'm like, here I was like really thinking about a really unique like name, and clearly it's not as unique as I thought, because clearly other people have heard of papery, or maybe they even had a case papery. Maybe I thought in my brain that it was like an independent store just in New York City, but oh well. So then I was like, I started really hating the name papery. So then, look at me. So then, so dramatic. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna change my name. I'm just gonna fold this over because I don't want to waste the glue. I'm just gonna change the name to whatever. And so then I started thinking, okay, what do I want to change? So like, I didn't want to change the Gypsy Rose part because it was it's like, a homage to my matriarch line. So then I said, well, I'm still Gypsy Rose. I still love paper, but now I was moving more away from junk journaling and more into like intuitive journaling, like art journaling, creative journaling. And then I was also like dabbling in a little bit of archiving. And so then I said, well, maybe I should change these are not mine. These are from my friend Suzi on Suzi's Tiny Desk. And I'm just gonna like repurpose these because I've been like holding on to them and I want to use them. They're printed on sticker paper, so but just know like this is not art I would ever sell anyway. This is like for personal use only. Please join her Patreon. She's amazing and so talented and everything under the sun. I feel like this is getting very long-winded. I'm sorry if you're hearing me babble on and on and on and on and on. You know what you signed up for. So then I said, okay, so it's like magical journaling, kind of intuitive, kind of woo-woo. So then I changed my name to Gypsy Rose Paper Magic. And Gypsy Rose Paper Magic, it stood for a while. I feel like I really leaned into that name. I feel like my creative journaling took um or made leaps and bounds once I had that name. I almost felt like that name was a spell. I know that sounds crazy, but it just felt like that name like helped me alchemize into something more and something that I could be proud of and something that was more aligned to who I was as a person. Um so I kept that name for a while, and then I honestly I guess I guess this would be oversharing, but I went through some mental health, pretty serious mental health struggles. I fell off of kind of sharing anything, and I kind of just fell off the radar. I then started having health troubles. Um, and so it became really hard to just live daily life, let alone like force myself to be creative. And I hate using that word because it doesn't ever feel forced, you know. When I do it, I have fun when I do it. I don't even know if you guys can see. Hold on, let me stand up. Okay. It doesn't ever feel forced when I'm doing it. I'm always having fun, but it just felt like a big lift and I couldn't do it. And so then I decided to just focus on my health. Um, like I, this is gonna sound really dramatic, but it's the total truth. I could have died. I could have died. I was so sick. I didn't know, and I could have died. Um, like to this day, like when I think about it, I'm like, you're so stupid. And I don't mean to be talking down to myself, but like the signs were there, you know, like, you know, when you know there's something off, but you cannot just like keep going through the motions of your daily life because you have to, you know, you have to perform, you have to be the caregiver, you have to be all the things. And so there isn't always going to be a chance for, let me stop and think why do I feel so tired all the time? Why do I feel so like dysregulated and moody? Why do I all of a sudden have like these crazy urges to drink um not drink not drink alcohol, but like just absolutely feeling like I've been in a desert and I need to guzzle like, you know, a jug of water. And yeah, like it caught up with me pretty hardcore. And the reason I say like I could have been unalived is because I only went to the doctor because my sister had something serious diagnosed with her, and she encouraged me to go, but I didn't have a doctor at the time. So this is my tip to you guys. I didn't have a PCP, but I did have insurance, so I'm very lucky. But Quest will let you do you can basically order your own testing. And so that's what I did. I ordered my own like blood testing. I am a nurse by I know, ironic. I am a nurse by trade, so the I knew what to order, you know, but basically I'm not giving you advice, but like if you feel off, usually what the doctors will run in the hospital is a CBC, which is a complete blood count, and a metabolic panel, CMP, or sometimes it's called a BMP. And when you go on the Quest website, it'll like ask you what it is. Sometimes they have packages. Like I got the women's health packages because it included all that, and it also included like weight and BMI and all that, and a complimentary whatchamacallit. It was like a complimentary, why is this so hard? Like physician call from their like in-house physicians. Now this was like 3 or 4 years ago, so I don't know how much of it has changed, but like if you're someone that doesn't have a doctor or scared of doctors, which was my issue. I have a severe anxiety of being like touched by strangers and things like that, or just in general. I've been scarred as a child from going to the doctor as a child. Um, this is probably your best bet if you know there's something off, but you just don't want to, you're not ready to accept, which is what was my issue. I was not ready to deal with the aftermath of what I knew pretty much. I pretty much knew what they were going to tell me. And so, yeah, you could do your own, order your own testing, at least know what's happening. And then if something is off, you will be pushed. Like, there's no, eh, like, I knew I've been avoiding it for years, but the moment that everything came back, I was like, yeah, I need to get my ass in gear, and I need to, like, literally just find somebody. And that's what I did. And so that was a long-winded story into how I fell out of, like, the whole Gypsy Rose paper magic thing. Like, I associated it too much with, like, that whole part of my life, and I just wanted to start fresh. That's the Sagittarius in me. We like to think about stuff, and once we've processed, we want to move on. We don't want to keep living in that same, like, space. So I took a break, and then I decided that well, let's say that because I was getting both physical and mental monitoring, I was able to see through the help of professionals that I am impulsive and I'm really mood driven, and I, like, kind of fixate on stuff as a way to regulate my anxiety, and then I move on. Like, once it's done its job, like, I'm like, okay, bye, see you later. So then I decided, because I can't, like, not trust myself, but because I know that the way I'm made up is that I am not going to stick to one thing ever. But I know I'm creative. I know I want to share, like, my process. I feel like the stuff that I share could be helpful to, even if it's one person out there. I want to be able to share that. So I have basically, I feel like this pull to share, but I didn't want to be limited to what I was sharing. So then that's when I created or renamed myself again to Dolly Creates. And that has been good because essentially I'm just creating. And if you go on my Instagram, you'll see it's digital, it's journaling, it's planners, it's Hobonichis, it's all the things. I don't have one specific, like, little thing that I do. I do everything. And I'm sorry if this is, like, really ugly and you're, like, dying inside because I messed up the tape, but I don't care. I'm just like, as long as it gets on there, we're good, So that's it. That's a lore. And we got this journal finished in that time. Isn't that amazing? So the videos that I've been making are more like this, where I'm not gonna edit. If I stutter, if I sneeze, if I cough, if I burp, whatever, I don't care. Like, I'm just gonna be my true, authentic self. And if somebody, like, happens to watch and they're like, ew, no, gross, or why is she doing this? Why is she saying like so much? I had one time a lady comment, like, yeah, goodbye. If you don't want to hear me say like a million times, you can turn off the channel, change the channel. So that's where I'm coming from nowadays. So that's that. So this is done. Now this will go in my art journal archive, which is literally right there, right next to me over here. Because I like to go through my stuff, and I'm just gonna throw it on the floor. Now we're back to these papers. This is wax from my Kindle. it's gray because it's a black candle and it has white. It's not really black. It's like a white candle with like a black coating. And so when they melt and mix, it becomes like this gray. Sometimes I'm like, I look at it because the shapes are cool, you know? I'm like, oh, that looks like a little person kind of like walking, or that looks like a lady's head of hair. Because I pay like extra super duper like hyper focused attention to like everything. Here we go. So I'm just gonna put these in my little scrapbook paper, or not scrapbook paper, paper scraps container. So that way I can use these because this is really good paper and I don't want to waste it. And it's a lot. It's a lot of paper. Then I have these inserts, which are craft paper, and they're actually pretty decent quality. So that came from this binder, which I have since changed to the moleskin paper and the Kikuyo paper. And then I put a little bit, or I left a little bit of the scrap craft paper in there. But what I'm hoping with this is I have pen like elastics. I'm gonna put like a pen elastic on it so I can have a place for a pen. I cut the paper pretty close to the edge because it's not that the rings are not that big. It's not meant to have like a big giant load of paper in here or decor. So this is gonna stay like this, pretty minimal. And I have not decided what I'm gonna do with it yet. So it's just ready for whenever I'm ready. And this wax is getting on my nerves. So I'm just gonna move this over closer to where it needs to go so it's not on the desk. Excuse if you're hearing all the creaking and the garbage bag and all the things. So then this, I'll leave this for here. Okay. This I'll save because I want to put this in my Hobonichi. I like to use junk in there and do actual junk journaling and not like the junk journaling from before where it was like really cute and pretty and aesthetic. Now my junk journaling is essentially garbage. Okay. So then this, and then we have some random pens. Okay, we always gonna have the random pens. I, grab them from wherever, and I toss them on here. We'll figure it out. This is a paper clip. How cute is this? It's not very strong, but it does do the trick. Like if you wanted to have something holding a pen in here or something. This is my Prera, my Pilot Prera. And it writes really nice. I can show you. I think this is an extra fine, right? Hold on, I can't see. I'm pretty sure, no, this is a fine. An extra fine is way more, like scratchier. But I love this pen. And so actually, you're gonna go right there. So this is just honestly like a budget binder that I found. And I liked it because it has sort of like this embossed, like a gothic pattern on it. I love me anything gothic. So my plan for this again is not set in stone. I put again the 3 different kinds of papers. The rings are slightly bigger in here, so I think I will decor in here. I'm gonna put this in here so I don't lose it. But it has 2 pen loops. So maybe I should put like, let's do this purple one. I was thinking of doing like maybe some decor in here. I have an idea of what I want, but it's not finalized, so I'm not gonna like get into it. But yeah, I am very excited to start using this. And just a pro tip, because I'm a pro. Um, if you're ever looking for a binder and you can't like find a planner company maker, leather, whatever maker that makes interesting and different designs, don't search for planner rings or planner binders. Search for budget planners. They usually come in pocket and in this like semi personal size. It's not a true personal because I feel like a true personal is a bit thinner than this. This is more like a squarish, but it's really pretty and you can find so many. I have another one, but it has an elastic and it's like a leopard print. So those are my currents. And then this I made a while back and I just like started to put the decor, but this was a leather cover by Jenica's Journals, which I initially bought for my Moleskine Expanded, but I didn't. I wasn't vibing with it. The cover was too thick for that notebook, in my opinion. Just a personal preference. The cover itself is gorgeous. It's got like this pink mauve stitching, and I literally just punch holes and I put I think these are 20, and then I just did some light decor in here. I'm doing like ideas. I did some stickers, some washi. This I have one of these guys that I found in another planner. This is from Kiki K. I have another like simple stories bookmark. This is more Kiki K that I cut down to fit in here because it was A5, and obviously this is thinner than A5. And then I punched holes in this dashboard that I got from, I always forget her name. I'm sorry. I will put her again in the description. She's the one I get my clear like holographic covers from. But yeah, I'm playing around with this. There's nothing again set in stone in this. I didn't have any like specific plans. I've just been playing with planners. So these are the three that I'm kind of just like, it's off to the side because as ideas come, I want them to be like at hand. I don't want to have to like go searching for them. If I take them away, they will get lost. And not lost like never to be found. It's just like I put stuff in places and then I'm like, where did I put it? This is my hole punch, which I just use it to hold this down because it won't stay. But now that I see it, it's sliding off. So maybe if I do this. Then I have these clear, well, not clear, but they're see-through. They're see-through. Only thing about these sticky notes from Dollar Tree, and I don't know if I just got a bad batch, not every pen works from it. So like this is a ballpoint, and I believe this is a ballpoint, but you see, it will not write on here. So just if you're gonna buy these, just know you may need like, this is like an old school Atlantis, right? Or Velocity. So it works on this, but it has like a coating. So I think that's why it won't write. Anyway, I'm rambling. This is just because I was moving notebooks around, a lot of these, this is just stickers. It'll go on my stationery card. Then I have notebooks that came out of systems that I'm like repurposing right now. So I will put these back in my archive or my notebook bank where I keep all my empty notebooks so I can find them when I need them, or if I happen to need these specific sizes. Oh, I want to show you this. I got this at Hobby Lobby too. and it's like this pleather fabric, and it has like a felt. How cute would this look as a like A5 Travelers? 19 cents. They had them in the clearance section. They were $1.99 before, but I'm not sure. It just says crafts. It doesn't say it doesn't say like what section they were in. But where's my Hobonichi? See, this is what I do, guys. There you go. I end up losing stuff because I don't know what to do. So I'm behind a few days. Today is Sunday, so just a few days. So this is what I do when I'm not sure. I just like to stick garbage in here. It just is very soothing to me. So I don't know if any of you feel the same, but sometimes it's just nice to have a place to go and kind of like regulate yourself. So if I can find this tape again, you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, girl, get your life together. It shouldn't be this hard, you know? It just shouldn't. Yeah, see? And then it rips. It's it's the worst tape. Like, it just keeps breaking. You should just like buy the expensive one. Don't buy the cheap one. It's just not worth it. Look at all this tape I have to waste. And then I have these prices that I wanted. This is like so nostalgic to me. I'm gonna age myself right now, but like when I see ticket prices like this, it reminds me of Woolworths. I don't know if you guys remember Woolworths. If you're Gen X, then you do. I'm a Gen Xer. But yeah, it was. Oh, you know what? I should probably separate these. Everything was, there was nothing digital, so everything was stamped with these like sticker prices. Oh, I don't think it'll come off yet. I'm not gonna even try, but yeah, I'm excited to use these in some kind of project. I just haven't decided what. And then we have, how long are we? Oh my god, we're going on a whole hour, guys. I'm just gonna like put this in here, and I think this is probably the last thing I'll do because we've been rambling for a while. I'm just gonna put this in here. I also have a bagoo thing that I want to put in here, but I'm not gonna do that now because I can get really lost. Like, this could have been a whole session, me updating this Hobonichi, but we got to rambling, so we have that. And then I have these ephemera things, which are really pretty. So maybe I'll put some of these. I can never figure out if these are stickers. I don't think they are. Right? Oh, they are. Because it's spring. This was the first hot week that we had. The only bad thing about these are they're very thick, so I try to use them sparingly because they add a lot of bulk. This needs to be cut because it's messing with the paper there. Yeah, but I messed this one up, so might as well use it for something, right? Let me see if I can get this off. But yeah, I hope to share more often on here. I've been kind of MIA. I've just been chilling, you know, just enjoying my own company and dealing with work stuff. Cute. I have another one of these, so that's why I'm like, whatever. I don't care if I use it in here. Usually it's more junky than this. Did I ever show you a flip? I don't know that I did, but for now, real quick, before I forget, before I sign off, I think I did one on my Instagram. But yeah, I have like misprints, I have art, I have more misprints, I have journaling, I have garbage. It's just fun. And then in my weeks, I need to figure out that's my dad for my puppy. He's gone now. The puppy, he passed away last spring, I think. I can't remember. It all blurs together. So the weeks I've just been kind of like memory keeping. And I didn't do anything this week, but I will. I like to just keep. And then for the months, I already pre-filled April, but I'm just using it for like sticker bombing. So yeah, that's it for my Hobonichi. And then the last thing I need to like clear off of here is I retired my Hobonichi. I retired both. I wrote canceled. I retired both the health, because now I'm doing it in my notebook in my Bujo. And this is my media because I just don't consume that much media, guys. I just not one of those people. Like, I'll watch my K-dramas here and there, and I like listening to music, and I like reading books, but like for me to create something that I want to look back on in here isn't really, it's not really for me. So I'm canceling it. It's retired. And then what else do I have here? I think I've gone through everything. We're looking a lot better. This is my end of January through, let's see, this was through, oh, this was the old one. So this was the one I used in January and like end of December. Yeah, it was like December 31st. As you can see, she's very chunky. But for the, no, this is not it. For the month of March. For the month of March, I went into a like a standard size. I just don't know where it is. Hold on. We're almost done. We're almost done. Where are you? You're somewhere. You're somewhere. No. I have no idea where it is. Anyway, that's fine. Next time we'll do my current Bujo. I just moved into a new one, so I have another completed one for February and the first week of March, I think. And then next time we'll go through my Moterm Elite rings, which I have really been enjoying. In my last video where I did Cameron's box that she sent me, she has a subscription box, by the way, so please go check her out. I will put her stuff again in the description. I showed like a little bit of decor in here, but I'll do like a more in-depth flip through situation with this at another time. Thank you for listening to me ramble for an hour. And if you made it, give me an emoji, emoji. I don't know, do whatever you want. Books, puppy faces, kisses, hugs. I don't know, whatever you want. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Bye.